This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Thursday, the 17th of October. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm going to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, okay, we have gone back and we are retesting the highs on ES. Obviously, there's some potential that this could be the second high of a double top. No current negative divergence on NQ. Haven't quite made it back to a retest of the highs. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Sorry, just declining a call. Okay, haven't quite made it back up to the retest of the high, but probably will. RTY made its target yesterday, double bottom target. I was looking for a retest of this high here. I'm still looking for another retest target, but I'm looking for this target here, which is in the 2340 area, 2345 maybe. It's we do have a 60-minute sell signal which is fixed here. All right, let's have a look at YM. YM, we've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing as well. Again, retesting the high, could be a little double top. We will see. DAX has retested the high already. ESTX, this came down a surprisingly large amount relative to DAX. But we've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed, and that's now reached the possible near-miss target. So we're at a small inflection point here. We could just continue higher, which I wouldn't be that surprised to see. Or we could be looking at a small double top, which delivers a reversal. We will see. All right, on the 15-minute chart, I was talking on the bigger picture video last night about this wedge here. It's not that the wedge isn't a good wedge; it is a good wedge, and this could be a bearish overthrow. It's just that we've wasted several weeks and gone through most of the bearish window. The obvious bearish window. Now, it could be that we're going to start a retracement here, but I think really it's up to the bears to show that they're still in the game at this stage. So if they are going to show they're in the game, then really we need to see them move back below the daily middle band. I've got the daily middle band at 57.52, and I've got this rising support in about the let's say about the 56.80 area. But if we are going to do anything here, then the first thing we're going to see is a break below the daily middle band and a conversion of that to resistance. And at the moment, we are a long away from that. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. We will see how it goes. We're still on a weak RSI 5 sell signal. That is still a solid sell signal. With a good track record. I'm just wondering whether it's going to deliver anything here. We've obviously gone significantly higher since that fixed, and we came pretty close to it failing, and it could be that the next move up, we see it fell. We shall see. They're good, but they're not perfect by any means. All right, NDX. We've got 15-minute, we've got an RSI 14 buy signal fix. That's likely to make target at the open. No prospect of an hourly signal, no prospect of a daily signal. This one actually came back and tested the daily middle band, so this has been the weakest. Looking at the Dow chart, no really obvious trendline resistance until we reach. Well, we've already reached this one here and gone very slightly through it. That could be a bearish overthrow, but this isn't as nice as the pattern on SPX, although it's pretty decent. And at the moment, I'm not really looking for a break back. And if we do see a break, if we do see a solid break up, I do have a very obvious target. And that's drawn on this chart here. This is the wedge. This is the possible overthrow. And if we just continue higher, this is the really obvious target. So I've got that in about 61.25 area maybe at the moment, and rising, of course. But if we go through this wedge resistance, then that's where we're probably going. And obviously that's still another 250 or so points above. All right, let's have a look at the IWM chart. No really obvious trendline resistance. Obviously the flag played out. We have retested this high. IWM has been the strongest over the last couple of days, and we're getting pretty close to a retest of this high here at 227.85. I'm thinking we're probably going to deliver that. We will see how it goes. We do have a possible RSI 14 sell signal brewing on the hourly chart here, which is the only hourly chart we've got brewing on the RTH charts. All right, great. Let's have a look at the dollar. Dollar. has continued higher. I have got an extended on the daily chart here on the dollar index, but we are continuing higher at the moment, and there's no particular reason to think this is about to stop. 60-minute sell signal fixed, but that was a while back. There's nothing immediate here, and this is just continuing higher for the moment. ZB, we saw a rally which actually made this was you had a buy signal here, which was backed up by a sell signal on the TNX chart. We saw a rally, and that made the target on the TNX chart for the. So we had a 60-minute sell signal fix. This has come down. This may just continue the downtrend. CL, we're seeing a little possible little level bottom here. Keeping an open mind, but we've got a 60-minute buy signal fix. We could see a rally. Bigger picture, trouble in the Middle East permitting. I am looking for a move down to retest a low here in about 63.5 area. NG is continuing down towards triangle support very nicely. We've got a little weak 60-minute buy signal which is fixed here, so it looks like a bit of a rally. We could see a decent rally here. It's been quite a long time since we saw a decent rally. But we'll see how that goes. Bigger picture target is likely going to be the 210 area. And then we'd likely see a rally, and then I'm thinking we might actually go and visit 1.52. Looking at the GC chart, we're pretty close to a retest of the all-time high here. 60-minute sell signal is fixed, and if we didn't already have one, another one would be brewing at the moment. But that target's pretty close. We may need to hit that before we do anything else. SI, nice looking rising megaphone here. Not really taking it that seriously, but I am wondering about a test of the rising support down here in the 31.3 area next. We'll see how that goes. Bigger picture, this double top is broke down, is probably rejecting back towards this high here in the 33.2 area. HG, we got a weak 60-minute buy signal fixed, and it hasn't failed. We've also got, we had a nice looking little wedge here. We had a little push up over here. I think this could be bottoming out in a bull flag, which would definitely be interesting because it's quite a sizable move up into the flag target, which would be a retest of this high here. We'll see how that goes. All right. On currencies, Euro just continuing down at the moment. GBP USD showing a little sign of life here. 60-minute buy signal has fixed. USD JPY is breaking up from potentially from a double bottom with a target quite a long way above. Minimum target 157.50. Watching that carefully, CAD has already broken up from the equivalent double bottom there and almost made the first target. We'll see. No current divergence here. Australian dollar, we've got a 60-minute buy signal that's reached possible near miss target without actually really going anywhere particularly. And we've got a potential double bottom here on NZ with the resistance just above the weekly pivot. We'll see how that develops. All right, looking at KC. Nice looking little rising support trend line here, which is now breaking very slightly. We'll see. We've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed. I'm leaning towards this, heading back towards a retest of this high here in the 275 area. Looking at SB, we've got a likely bull flag forming. CC coming back and back testing the weekly pivot. Hasn't managed to convert the monthly pivot to support and could potentially be forming a head and shoulders here to come back and retest this low. On wheat, cotton, looks like a bear flag, but I'd like not, if it is a bull flag, I'd like it not to go down anymore because at the moment this is starting to look like a breakdown. Get much below 70, and it probably is. ZW, this looks like a bull flag at the moment. Keeping an open mind, but it's a pretty nice bull flag. We will see. Corn has made the head and shoulder target, and at the moment is continuing down. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed, hasn't delivered much so far. Soy is continuing down. I'm wondering about a retest of this low here in the 948 area, I think. No, about 954 area. We're getting pretty close to that. 60-minute buy signal fixed, but that's all that's really done so far is not fail. On the lumber chart, this looks like a sideways consolidation before we go back up and retest this high. Live cattle, nice looking little double top, but it looks more like a bull flag forming, I think. And lean hogs, nice looking double top, but then it's didn't break down, has gone back up, retested the high, and we'll be going higher from that. All right, great. Let's have a look at questions. Right, palladium. Let's have a quick look. Hang on. Okay, palladium. I'm still liking metals higher. We've got back below we went back above the daily middle band, we've come back below it and closed a second low below it, but I think we're probably going to see another push up. And I'm still thinking that we're forming a bull flag and leaning towards this high. Could we make a lower, if this is a bull flag forming, could we make a lower low? Yes, we could. Below 98250. But bigger picture, I'm still leaning towards the long side for this. Keep an open mind, not the most risk-free of longs, really, in my view. I'd probably be, well, we'll see. That's but yeah, I'm still leaning towards seeing a retest of 1126.50. All right, great. Let's have a look at ES again. Okay, ES is coming back up and retesting the high. This could potentially be a little level top, but at the moment, as I said, we do still have a potential bear setup here, but I think really we're through most of the window of the traditional bear window into late October. We've got maybe a week left. That's not an awful lot, and I'm not really expecting to see much in that. If we come back into break below the daily middle band, then it's worth having another look. Otherwise, I think this is probably going higher. And if we're breaking up, then I've got a target which is a clear 250 handles above where we are now. And we could well be on the way there. We shall see. All right, great. In that case, I think that's it, guys. My pleasure as always, and I'll catch you guys later.